I just wanted to, well, first of all, say thank you so much for the welcome, India and Sarah, for all the work that you've done, but also for welcoming me. And I just want to say it's quite intimidating being a newish member. I've only been a member since January 2018. I only heard about NSUN through actually Jaysari, who's here. She presented some work around Survivor Research Network at a conference that now a colleague and now friend of mine, China Mills, was organising in Sheffield, and I very quickly became a member. Not necessarily for research purposes, although I am a survivor researcher and my research is informed by my experience as a chronic depressive in particular, and PTSD sufferer, but actually personally, and you know, I'm really thrilled to be involved in NSUN, and I'm just so happy to have been welcomed so warmly by so many of you. So just to give you just a quick, just kind of sort of where I'm coming from in terms of not my research, but actually my personal background and why I want to really emphasise the importance of NSUN in the coming years. So, like I said, I actually only found out about NSUN and basically user survivor groups, that there was such a thing as user survivor groups, because of NSUN. So this is 2018. And bearing in mind that I have been, sort of coping with and handling, mostly on my own, talking about, Tony was saying about isolation, since I was 12 years old. So in 1997, I was, had my first kind of suicidal impulse. And that actually went undetected, not undetected, but undiagnosed for 16 years. So when I was 28 in 2013 is when I finally sought to enter into mental health services and become a service user in many ways. And a lot of that had to do with my background from working class families who had very bad experiences of, with the mental health services themselves through enforced institutionalisation, forced medication, etc. And I want to point out that actually a lot of my reaching out and the way I've used mental health services, is been informed by my educational privilege and my background. But I think something that really strikes me is that despite all the privileges that I have as an educated person, somebody with a career as a white woman, is actually that I think that I've struggled to cope all these years. So how do people without these sorts of privilege also manage to continue? And I just want to emphasise that despite sometimes it might feel a bit like shouting in the dark, never underestimate NSUN, because like I said, it's been a massive boost to me, and I've only been an ordinary member since 2018. So thank you, and don't lose hope. You do amazing work. Well, yeah.